All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us here at the Holiday Home Run 2. This is 12U Open bracket play, bracket A. And the matchup between the Tampa Phenoms and the Florida Burn. So I'll go through the plate meeting is about to take place. And so I'll go over with you. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. I'll go over with you the lineups for both teams. So leading off for the Tampa Phenoms, so they're going to be the home team today because they are the higher seed. So you got Harper, followed by Hudson. Well, actually, I'm going to take a step back. Harper is your extra hitter. Hudson is starting second base. Eli is starting shortstop. Kale is starting first base. Preston is starting third base. Sam is an extra hitter. James is an extra hitter. Mikey is in left field. Cooper is in right field. Donnie is catching. McLean is in center field. And Jacob is pitching. So the Phenoms are batting 12. During this game. Florida Burn lineup is Brody. He's in center field. Truitt is starting at shortstop. Chase is starting first base. Ryder starting third base. Grayson catching. Jake in right field. AJ in left field. Evan is pitching. And Reed is at second base. And they do have a sub on the Florida Burn side, and that is Luke. All right, so thanks for joining us here again at Canal Park for Bracket A play for 12U Open. This is Doc, your commentator. The game is being broadcast across our YouTube and Facebook channels for the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. And the tournament, the Holiday Home Run 2, is brought to you by VisitStPeteClearwater.com and, of course, Tampa Bay USSSA. So we're about to get this one underway here. The plate meeting is broken up. The Phenoms take the field. And we will get this one underway here very, very shortly. So on your screens, you'll see the scoreboard. In the scoreboard, you will also see that you have the home team and visitors. So the home team in this case is going to be the Phenoms because they were the higher seed coming into bracket play. And the visitors are going to be the Burn. So again, it's a matchup between the Tampa Phenoms and the Florida Burn 12U Platinum. So we are facing the sun today, so hopefully the picture's good for all of you as the sun is shining right in our faces here. But we are in beautiful Oldsmar, Florida. The temperature is running about, I'll give you here momentarily, 62 degrees. Expect it to go up to about mid-70s today. Beautiful clear skies, a beautiful day for baseball. So we'll stay on this field for the next 12U game. That'll be between the Tampa Heat and the Clubhouse National. And then we'll move over to the 10U championship on field 1. Teams to be determined at this point. And then we'll close out the day, and that'll be at 1 o'clock, like I said. And then we'll close out the day at 4:30 with the 11U championship on field 7. All right, so here we go. The first pitch coming up by the Tampa Phenom. So Brody steps into the batter's box. And here comes the first pitch. Called strike. So no balls, 1 strike. Nobody out, nobody on. Top of the first inning. Just got underway here. And the pitch. Called strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes. To Brody. Again, Jacob's on the mound for the Phenoms and Donnie's behind the plate. There's a ground ball to second base. He fills it, throws over, and that is one away. So one down here in the top half of the first inning. Got Truitt stepping in, and Chase is on deck. And the pitch. Ball just off the plate, and it's a 1-0 count. So 1 ball, no strikes to Truitt. If it looks familiar, we did cover the burn game previously on this same field. There's ball 2, so 2-0 count now to Truitt. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out, nobody on. And the pitch. Ball just a little up, and now it's 3-0. So after a good start with the first batter, Brody, Jacob is struggling a little bit with Truitt, trying to find the strike zone. Here's the 3-0. Called strike. So 3 balls, 1 strike to Truitt. And here's the 3-1. Ball 4, and Truitt's on with a walk. So I'll bring Chase to the plate with 1 out and 1 runner on. On deck is going to be Ryder. And here's the pitch. Called strike. So no balls, 1 strike to Chase. So Jacob heads back to the mound. Gets a sign. Checks Truitt at first base. Truitt gets his lead and delivers. Strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes to Chase. 1 out, 1 on. Here in the top of the first inning. And the pitch. It's a foul ball down the right side, and we'll do 0-2 again. And here's the 0-2 pitch. Pop fly on the infield. Second baseman's going back on it and makes the catch, and that is 2 outs. So Ryder stepping in. Grayson's coming out on deck for the burn. Truitt remains at first base. He reached on a walk. And here's the first pitch. Nope. Jacob checks the runner. He overthrows first base. That's going to go into right field, and Truitt will easily move over to second base. We'll give an error to the pitcher on that one. So currently, no pitch so far to Ryder. Truitt is at second base after the errant throw by Jacob to his first baseman. And the pitch. There's a line shot up the middle. That's going to get in center field for a base hit. Truitt's going to come around to score. Here comes the throw home. And they cut it off. Catcher has trouble handling it, and Ryder will go into second base. So an RBI single for Ryder. And it is a 1-0 score for the burn. So Ryder gets an RBI single, moved to second on the throw. Truitt scores. And the coach was waving him the entire time. And that brings Grayson to the plate with Jake on deck with 2 outs. There's a fly ball in the right field. That's going to get down foul. Just foul. And just out of the reach of the right fielder. The right fielder did a good job trying to get over there. It's a 0-1 count to Grayson. Right fielder had a long way to go to get that one, but that just dropped out of his reach. All right, so we got an 0-1 count on Grayson. Ryder's at second base. And the pitch. There's a ball in the dirt. The catcher blocks it, keeps Ryder at second base. Nice job by the catcher. I think it was Donnie. Donnie. A nice block by him to keep the ball in front of him. And it's a 1-1 count now to Grayson. And the pitch. Called strike, and it's a 1-2 count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Grayson. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. Ball just misses on the inside corner, and it's a 2-2 count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. And here's the 2-2 delivery from Jacob. Foul ball, and we'll do 2-2 again. So Grayson is catching for the Burn. So if he gets on, more than likely Chase will come out and pinch run for him. And here's the 2-2. So ground ball up the middle, shortstop fields it across the diamond, and that is 3 outs. So 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left on base. And at the end of half inning, it is the Burn 1, the Phenoms coming to bat. Leading off for the Phenoms is going to be Harper. He'll be followed by Hudson and then Eli. So this is Doc from the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. It's taking a quick break for station identification. All right, so we're about to get the bobber in the first underway. There's a throw down by Grayson. Evans on the mound for the Burn. So here we go with the first pitch from Evan to Harper. And Hudson is on deck. Here's the pitch. Ball in the dirt. And we're underway here in the bottom of the first. One, nobody out, nobody on. 1 ball, no strikes. And that is ball 2. There's a foul ball. And it is now a 2-1 count. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Hudson. I'm sorry, to Harper. Right now, like I said before, the score is 1-0 in favor of the Burn. And the pitch. Called strike, and it's now a 2-2 count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes on Harper. And here's the 2-2 delivery coming from Evan. Oh, nope. Couldn't quite get the sign. So making an adjustment. Quick infield adjustment, moving the second baseman over a little bit. Now Evan gets his sign, comes set, and delivers. And that's called strike 3, and that is 1 out. So 1 down here in the bottom of the first. It brings Hudson to the plate, and Eli out on deck. The Tampa Phenoms are batting 12 players in this game. And here's the first pitch to Hudson. Ball just off the plate, and it's going to be a 1-0 count. So 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the first inning. Burn lead at 1-0. And the pitch. Foul ball. That's out of play. Not sure where that went. And it's a 1-1 count. So 1 ball, 1 strike now to Hudson. Ball just a little bit up. And it's a 2-1 count. So now 2 balls, 1 strike. And here comes the 2-1. Ball 3. So 3 balls, 1 strike. 1 out, nobody on. And here comes the 3-1 delivery. Ball 4, and Hudson is on with a walk. Very interestingly, both teams have started off the same way in the first inning, getting that quick first out, and the second batter walking. So it brings in Eli, and Kale will be on deck. And the pitch. That's a wild pitch, and that allows Hudson to go to second base. And it's ball 1 to Eli. So 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out, 1 on. Runner in scoring position for the Phenoms. And the pitch. Ball outside. And it's a 2-0 count now. So 2 balls, no strikes on Eli. And here comes the 2-0. Foul ball. And it is now 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Eli. Hudson standing down at second base. He got on with a walk. And there is 1 down. Burn have the lead right now, 1-0. Evan checks the runner. He's back to second base. It's a fly ball on the infield. Second baseman goes back. He just out of the reach of his glove, and everybody's safe. So we'll give an infield single to Eli. So runners at first and third with one out. Eli at first, Hudson at third. And Cale steps into the batter's box with Preston on deck. Seven gets a sign, comes set, and delivers. There goes Eli. He'll go into second base safely, and check the runner at third, and he is back. So stolen base by Eli, and it's a ball one to Cale. So 1 ball, no strikes. 2 on, 1 out. Eli's at second. Hudson is at third. And here comes the 1-0. It's a ground ball to short, snagged by the shortstop across the diamond, and that is 2 outs. But it does score a run, so Cale gets an RBI. That moves Eli to third base and brings Preston into the batter's box, and Sam will be on deck. And here's the pitch. Ball off the plate, and that's a 1-0 count. So 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, 1 on, 1 run across, and we have a tie ball game now. There's a fly ball back to the pitcher, and he makes the catch, and that is 3 outs. So 1 run on 1 hit. No errors, and 1 left on, and at the end of 1 inning, it is a tie ball game, 1-1. Coming up for the burn in the in the top half of the second inning, that's going to be Jake, followed by AJ, and then Evan will step into the batter's box. So kind of a recap, a 1-1 game. So in the first inning, Brody grounded out to second. Truitt walked and scored. Well, he scored, but we'll explain how in a second. He ended up going to second base on an errant throw by the pitcher. Chase then popped out to second base. Ryder come up and hit a single that drove Truitt in. So that's how he scored. And then on the throw, he went to second base, and then Grayson grounded out to shortstop, ending the inning. The 1 error committed was the pitcher throw over to first base, allowing Truitt to go to second. And Ryder was the 1 runner left on base. So pitcher and catcher have not changed for the Phenoms. So how the Phenoms inning went, Harper struck out looking. Hudson walked, and he scored. We'll explain how in a second. Eli singles, that moved Hudson over to third and Eli to first. Then on the pass ball, wild pitch, stolen base on that one, Eli went to second, so runners at second and third. Cale grounds to shortstop. That allows Hudson to score. And then finally, Preston flies out to the pitcher, with Eli being the runner left on base. All right, so here we go. Got Jake stepping into the batter's box. And here's the first pitch from Jacob. That's a ball up, and it's a 1-0 count. So 1 ball, no strikes to Jake. We're here in the top of the second inning. And here's the 1-0 pitch. Ground ball back up the middle. That's going to get through it for a base hit. And Jake is on with a leadoff single. That'll bring AJ to the plate. Nobody out. Top of the second inning. Evan will step in the batter's box behind AJ. The Burn are batting only 9 in this game. And here's the pitch. That's a ball inside. And it's a 1-0 count to AJ. Jake remains down at first base. Jacob gets a sign, comes out. Nope, he goes over to first base. Jake is back. Jacob gets back on the mound. He gets a sign, checks Jake at first base, and delivers the pitch. There's a ground ball to second base, and they just barely get him at first, but that does move Jake over to second base. So that'll bring Evan to the batter's box, so 1 out. Jake is at second base. It's a very close play at first base. Okay, he's not out. So 1 ball, no strikes on the batter. Balk is what allowed Jake to move to second base. So there's no outs. AJ still at the plate. And here's the pitch. There's a ground ball to the catcher. He throws down. And the runner's safe at first base. An infield single for AJ. And Jake goes to third base. So back-to-back singles. That brings in Evan to the plate with Reed on deck. So runners at first and third. Back-to-back singles. Have runners on the corners for the Burn. And the pitch. It's a foul ball. And it's an 0-1 count to Evan. So no balls, 1 strike. Nobody out, 2 on. AJ gets his lead, as does Jake, and the pitch. It's a ground ball in the hole. That's going to be a single. That's going to score another run for the Burn. And that will move AJ over to third. There's no one covering third base. So runner on third. And first. So runners on first and third. Still nobody out. 3 singles in a row. And looks like we're going to have a pitching change for the Phenoms. I think looks like number, well, I'm not going to speculate at this point. It's number 3. It's going to be Preston. So Preston's on the mound now for the Phenoms. He's facing runners on first and third with nobody out after 3 singles in a row, and a balk has cost a run for the Phenoms. Looks like Preston's just about finished with his warm-ups. All right, so warm-ups are finished. Again, it's the Burn has put up another run here in the top half of the second inning. They lead at 2-1 now. Runners on the corners. You got Reed stepping in, and nobody out. All right, so the defensive play is set for runners at first and third. And the pitch. No, the throw goes to third. Evan almost went to second base. Actually, it's a pinch runner in there. That's probably, I'm not sure who the pinch runner is right now. Would have been the last batted out. Should be Grayson, but he's the catcher, so you can't have him out there. So there's a chance it's Chase. But anyway, the play didn't work. Everyone's safe. Swing and a miss, and strike one. So no balls, one strike. It is. Luke is pinch running for the pitcher. So Luke was the sub. I forgot about Luke. I have him down at the bottom of my sheet here. So that's who's running now for Evan. There's the ball up. So I believe it's a 1-1 count to Reed. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. Runners on second and third. Foul ball. And now it's a 1-2 count. So runners at second and third. Nobody out. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Reed. And here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that is 1 out. That brings Brody up. Brody grounded out to second base his last time up. On deck will be Truitt, who walked his first time up. So 1 down. And here's the pitch. There's a ground ball to third. Third baseman snags it. He comes home with it. And they get the runner at home. It's a nice job by the third baseman to heads-up play to throw out AJ at home. So now there's 2 down. That does move Luke over to third. And the fielder's choice allows Brody at first. So runners again on the corners. 2 outs now. Truitt steps in. Chase is on deck. Chase popped out to second base his last time up. Truitt walked and scored his first time up. And here's the pitch. There goes the runner. There's a ground ball to shortstop. Shortstop fields it across the diamond, and that is 3 outs. So 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. And at the end of 1.5, it's the Burn 2, the Phenoms 1. Again, thanks for joining us here at Canal Park in Oldsmar, Florida for this Holiday Home Run 2 tournament. This is Bracket A play between the Burn and the Phenoms. I'm Doc, your commentator. This is brought to you through our Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network and sponsored by VisitStPeteClearwater.com and Tampa Bay USSSA. So we'll take a quick break while the team's warming up, and we'll be back as soon as the action's ready to start. All right, so we're ready to get things underway again here in the bottom half of the second inning. Nobody on no outs. Sam steps in, swing and a miss, strike one. So Sam is 0-1. There's an 0-1 count on him right now. James is on deck. It's a 2-1 game. It is ball one. So 1-1 count now to Sam. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out, nobody on. Bottom of the second. Phenoms trail by 1, 2-1. They are the home team. And here's the pitch. Pop fly on the infield. And right fielder comes in, calls off the second baseman, and that is 1 out. So 1 down here in the bottom of the second. James steps in. Mikey's coming out on deck. And here's the first pitch. Ball low, and it is a 1-0 count. So 1 ball, no strikes to James. Nobody on, 1 out. Bottom of the second. We're on field number 3 here in Canal Park, Oldsmar. There's a pop fly. Right fielder's coming in again. Oh, he misplays it, and that allows James to be on first base. We'll charge an error to the right fielder on that one. And the Phenoms have a runner. So Mikey steps in. Cooper comes out on deck. So 1 out. 1 on. And here's the pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. And it's an 0-1 count to Mikey. No balls, 1 strike. 1 out, 1 on. James reaching on an error by the right fielder. And pitch, foul ball. And now it's an 0-2 count. So no balls, 2 strikes to Mikey. And here's the 0-2. Ball high. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now. 1 out, 1 on. Phenoms trail by 1 here in the bottom of the second. And the pitch. There's a ball off the outside corner of the plate. It's 2-2. Throw down to make sure James isn't going anywhere by the catcher, and James is back safely. I'm sorry. Yes, James is back safely. And it's a 2-2 count and the 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3, and that is 2 outs. So 2 down. That brings Cooper into the batter's box, and coming out on deck is Donnie. So 2 down, 1 on. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Evan looks in, gets a sign, checks the runner. Comes set and delivers. Ball outside. And it is a 1-2 count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. James gets the lead down at first. Evan delivers. Ball 2. So now it's a 2-2 count now to Cooper. No ball, or 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. James is at first after the error by the right fielder. And here's the 2-2 from Evan. There goes the runner. Ball high, and the ball goes into shallow center field, and James is in with a stolen base. And it's a full count now. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. James is at second. He's now in scoring position for the Phenoms. Evan gets a sign, comes set, and delivers the payoff pitch. There goes James. Foul ball hits the ground and just off the first base. And we'll do 3-2 again. So James is down at second base. That looked to be the classic hit and run. And here comes the 3-2. Ball 4. And they have James at third base. So that's 3 down. So no runs, no hits, 1 error. And 1 left on base. And thankfully that error didn't hurt the Burn on that one. And it still remains the Burn in the lead, 2-1. Looks like Preston is still on the mound. Indeed he is. Donnie was on deck, so he'll be coming out here in just a minute. And this is Doc, Tampa USSSA Sports Network. We'll be right back. All right. So it's getting the top of the third underway here. Got Chase followed by Ryder and Grayson. Chase popped out to left field. To second base his first time up. Ryder singled and drove in an RBI. There's a ball off the plate there, and that's a 1-0 count. And Grayson grounded out to short. So Chase has a 1-0 count. We're just starting here in the top of the third. There's ball 2. So 2-0 count now to Chase. 2 balls, no strikes. Nobody out, nobody on. Top of 3. Burn lead at 2-1. They are the away team. And here's the pitch. It's a line shot out in the center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. And Chase is on with a single. So the Burn lead off with a single, much like they did last inning. Ryder steps in. He is 1 for 1 and driving in an RBI. You got Grayson coming out on deck. And Preston gets a sign. Back up the middle. Shortstop takes it. He touches second. Goes to first. Double play. What a job by the shortstop. It's number 12. That is Eli. Nice job by Eli coming across the middle there and turning the double play. So with 2 outs, Grayson steps in. Jake comes out on deck. So Jake singled his last time up and scored. And Grayson grounded out to short. And the pitch. Called strike. So no balls, one strike. 2 outs, nobody on. So if any of you listen to the game, you're number 4, your order is ready. And here's the pitch. Strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes. Two outs, nobody on. Bottom or top of 3, ball high, and that is 1 and 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chase led off with a single, and then Ryder hit into the double play. Nice play by Eli. Swing and a miss, and that is 3 outs. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left. And at the end of 2.5, it's the Burn 2, the Phenoms 1. All right, coming up here for the Phenoms in the bottom half of the third is going to be Donnie, followed by McLean, and then Jacob. And then after that, if we get past those 3, we'll head back to the top of the lineup. Last inning, Phenoms, Sam flew out to right field. James reached on an error by the right fielder. Mikey struck out looking, and Cooper walked. But on that walk, James was thrown out at third base. All right. Just about to get underway here. Catcher's got his sunglasses on. The sun's coming straight into home plate, as you guys can tell on the video. Grayson's going to toss it down here, and we'll get this inning started. It's a throw down, nice throw by Grayson. And here we go. Donnie steps in, and he'll be followed by McLean. All right, here's the first pitch from Evan to Donnie. Called strike, and it's no 1 count. So no balls, 1 strike to Donnie. Nobody out, nobody on. Bottom of 3. Burn are holding on to a 2-1 lead. It's a pop fly back to the pitcher. Evan snags it, and it is 1 away. That brings in McLean and brings out Jacob on deck. Called strike, and it's no 1 count now on McLean. And strike 2. So no 0-2 count now. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, and the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is 2 outs. So Evans chalked up 3 strikeouts in this one. Called strike. A swing and a miss there, I believe, by Jacob. So it's a no 1 count. No balls, 1 strike. That brings Harper out on deck. Harper struck out looking his last time up. And there's a ball low, and it's a 1-1 count to Jacob. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of 3rd. It's a 1-run game. here's the 1-1. Ground ball to short. Just under the shortstop's glove. And Jacob is on. So we'll chalk that up to an E6. So in both the last 2 innings, errors has cost the Burn runners. Fortunately, last inning it didn't hurt him in terms of runs. Now we're back to the top of the order. Harper steps in. Like I said, Harper struck out Lickens last time up. And Hudson is on deck, who walked and scored. There's a ground ball foul just over to our left here. And it's a 0-1 count to Harper. So no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, 1 on. And here's the pitch. There goes the runner. And Jacob is going to be safe. That's a ball high, so it's a 1-1 count. So Jacob's still second base. And here's the pitch. Ball up. And that makes it 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. And here's the 2-1. Ooh, just inside. That's 3-1. And here is the 3-1. There goes the runner. Jacob, ground ball to third. Third baseman snags it across the diamond. And that is 3 outs. So no runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left on. And at the end of 3, it's a 2-1 ball game. Burn in the lead. Just a quick note on some stats here. The won the first inning, 2 the second inning, and none the last inning. All right, so coming up for the Burn in the top half of the 4th inning is going to be Jake. He'll be followed by AJ, who will be followed by Evan. So after this game, the 10:30 start is with the Tampa Heat and Clubhouse National. Tampa Heat will be the home team, as they are the higher seed in bracket play. So we'll be on the same field to watch again some 12U Open action. And then we'll move over for the 1 o'clock championship, 10U championship. And once that's over, we'll move on down to, and that's going to be on field 1. Then we'll move on down to field 7 for the 11U AA championship at 4:30. All right, so here's Jake. He steps in. Jake singled and scored his last time up. He actually moved to second base after he singled on a balk. And he was the second run for. Just got started on the top of 5 ball. It will now be 0-2 on Jake. That was Cooper. Was hustling down there, so shout out to Cooper for nice hustle to try to get to that foul ball. There's a ball in the dirt, and it's a 1-2 count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jake. Again, AJ's on deck. AJ singled, and his first time up. And drove, no, he did not drive in the second run. That was actually Evan. And here's the pitch. Ball high. And it's 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jake. And here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that's 1 out. So AJ steps in. And on deck is Evan. So both of them singled their last time up. If I'm not mistaken, I believe AJ is the one that grounded right in front of home plate and reached first base with an infield single. There's a ball high. So it's a 1-0 count to AJ. It's 1 ball, no strikes. One out, nobody on. Top of the fourth, and the pitch. Tries to bunt, and that's strike one. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now to AJ. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3. And that is 2 outs. So Preston has chalked up 4 strikeouts in the 2 2/3 innings that he's pitched. He's faced 8 batters. He struck out 4 of them. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss by Evan. And strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike. That brings Reed out on deck. Reed struck out swinging his first time up. And Preston, actually, that was his first batter he faced. And the pitch. Ball off the plate, and that's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. Nobody on base. Top of the 4th inning. Burn lead at 2-1. And there's ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike now. And here's the 2-1 from Preston. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on. Preston gets a sign. He comes set and delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is 3 outs. So Preston struck out the side. So no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. And at the end of 3.5, it's the Burn 2. The Phenoms 1. And we'll be right back in just a moment. All right, back with the action here. So Hudson steps in. Hudson walked and scored his first time up, like I said, and Eli is on deck. Eli made the double play. There's a fly ball in the left field. Left fielder's underneath it, and that is 1 away. So just getting underway here in the bottom of the 4th inning. So Eli steps in. Eli singled his first time up. And like I said, he's the one that made the spectacular double play, taking it himself last inning. Or, I'm sorry, inning before. And the pitch. There's a ball outside. And it's a 1-0 count to Eli. here's the pitch. It's a foul ball, out of play. And it's 1-1 count now. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Eli. Kale's on deck. Kale grounded out to shortstop, but he did drive in the one and only run for the Phenoms. So Evan comes set and delivers. Foul ball, and it's 1-2. And here's the 1-2. Ground ball to short. Shortstop fields it across the diamond, and that is two outs. There's a ball now on Kale. So one ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on, bottom of the 4th. And it's ball 2. So 2-0 count now to Kale. Preston's on deck. Preston popped out to the pitcher his last time up. And the pitch. Called strike, and it's 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. It's a foul ball, and that makes it 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now.
Hey, sit him down here, Tim. Sit him down. Be ready, D.
And the pitch. It's a line shot just past the shortstop. That's going to get in. That's going to go all the way to the fence. Kale will be on second base, and that's where he'll hold with a stand-up double.
Hey, nothing hurt, guys. Nothing hurt.
So a 2-out double by Kale brings Preston to the plate and Sam out on deck. Sam flew out to the right fielder his last time up. And here's the first pitch. Ball inside. And it's a 1-0 count to Preston. And the 1-0 from Evan. Called strike. And it is 1-1. So Kale's down at second base with 2 outs. He had a 2-out double. There goes the runner, Kale, and he is safely into third base. So Kale still, I think that was I didn't hear a called strike, so I think that was a ball. So we'll go with 2-1 right now. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Time runs at third base, and the pitch. Pop fly on the infield. Shortstop comes over, makes the catch, and that is 3 outs. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. And at the end of 4, the Burn lead it 2-1. Coming up in the top half of the 5th for the Burn is going to be Reed, and then back to the top of the lineup with Brody and Truitt. Reed struck out his first time up. Brody grounded out to second, reached on fielder's choice. And Truitt walked and grounded out to short. All right, so Reed steps in. Preston's still on the mound. And Donnie's still behind the plate. And the pitch. Bunt pop foul. And that is one strike on Reed. Top of the fifth, just got underway. 2-1 ball game. A tight one here between the Burn and the Phenoms. All the scoring was done in the first 2 innings. There's a drive out to right field. Right fielder's on it. Makes the catch. And that is one out.
All right, Brownie. All right, Brody. Hit it hard, bud. Find the gap.
So ball to Brody. So a 1-0 count. So 1 ball, no strikes to Brody. Truitt's on deck. It's a foul ball on to the. Thankfully, the game was not going on. They're in warm-ups on the field that it went into. So everyone is safe. And that's a 2-0 count now. Or I'm sorry, a 2-1 count now to Brody after the foul ball. So it's 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on, top of 5. And the pitch. It's a pop fly to third base. Third baseman's got it, and that is 2 outs. Brings Truitt to the plate. Like I said, Truitt has walked and grounded out to short. And that will put Chase on deck. Chase has popped out to second and singled. And Chase was caught up in that double play by Eli a couple innings ago. There's a called strike, and it's an 0-1 count. So Preston's ahead in the count. And the pitch. Called strike, and it's 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Ball high. And it's a 1-2 count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs. And here is the 1-2 pitch. Ball in the dirt. And it's 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Preston quickly, well, as a matter of fact, he's retired. The 9 batters he's faced, he's retired them all, striking out 5 of the 9. And there's ball 3. I take that back. He did give up 1 hit. but the double play got him out of that. So he's still retired 9. There's ball 4, and Truitt's on with another walk. So Truitt gets a 2-out walk. Chase steps in. Ryder comes out on deck. And the pitch. Called strike. So no balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. Truitt's at first. And Preston checks Truitt. He's back. So still remains 0-1 to Chase. It's a pop fly on the infield. Shortstop's under it. Makes the catch. And that's 3 outs. So no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on base, and at the end of 4.5, it's the burn 2. Phenoms 1. So far in this game, the Burn has got 5 hits. Their hitting streak ended in the 3rd inning. They have left 4 on base. Phenoms have amassed 2 hits across 4 innings and left 4 on base. So each inning they've batted, they've left somebody on base in this game. Their only run coming in the 1st inning. All right, so we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. And it'll be Sam leading off, who flew out to right field his first time up. James will follow, and he reached on an error by the right fielder. And then Mikey will be the 3rd batter, who struck out looking his last time up. Evan's still on the mound. Grayson's still behind the plate. Throw down is done, and we're ready to get started. All right, so here we go. Sam steps in. Here's the first pitch from Evan. It's a pop fly on the infield. Shortstop calls it. He's under it. Makes the catch. And that is 1 out. So 1 out. James steps in. And Mikey is on deck. And here's the pitch. Called strike. It's nice little curveball there. Fooled James for a minute. And here is the 0-1 pitch. Ball inside. And it's a 1-1 count. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Foul ball. And that makes it a 1-2 count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to James. 1 out. Nobody on. Bottom of 5. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that is 2 outs. So Mikey steps in. And here's the first pitch to Mikey. Ball just a little bit up and inside. So it's a 1-0 count. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs. Nobody on.
Hey, you in the mid now, Tim.
And here's the pitch. Ball 2. So 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. And here comes the 2-0 pitch. Foul ball. And it is a 2-1 count now. So 2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Called strike 2. And it's 2-2 count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of 5. Burn lead at 2-1. And the pitch. It's a ball low. And it's a full count. So Mikey's worked it back to a full count. Evan looks in, gets his sign, comes set, and delivers the payoff pitch. There's a ground ball. Oh, almost snagged by the first baseman. It goes into right field, and Mikey's on with a double. It's a nice try by the first baseman. Dove over there, tried to catch that, and just out of his reach. So it's a great try. So that brings Cooper to the plate. Cooper walked his first time up. And Donnie is on deck, who popped out to the pitcher his first time up. All right, so Mikey's on second base with a 2-out double. It's almost the same result as, well, it was a 2-out double by Kale last inning. He got all the way to third base, but then there's a pop out to short, and that ended the inning. Here's the first pitch from Evan. He's still staring in there for quite a while. So Evan comes set and delivers. Nice stop by the catcher on that one to prevent the runner from moving over. And it's a 1-0 count, so 1 ball, no strikes. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. And it's a 1-1 count now to Cooper. And the pitch. Foul ball out of play, and it's a 1-2 count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs. And here is the 1-2 pitch. There goes the runner. Ground ball to second. First baseman snags it, throws over to the pitcher who covers first, and that is 3 outs. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. And at the end of 5, it's a 2-1 ball game. All right, so we got the throw down, about ready to get the top of the sixth underway. So coming up for the burn in the top of the sixth is going to be Ryder. Ryder singled and drove in an RBI the first run of the game. He grounded out to short his last time up. Grayson, who grounded out to short and struck out. And Jake, who singled and struck out. And here's the first pitch. Called strike, called ball. So 1-0 count to Ryder. There's no call strike on the outside corner. And it's a 1-1 count. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And there's a fly ball in the right field, and that is 1 out. So 1 down. That brings in Grayson, and Jake will be on deck.
You need it now. Come on now.
You're working on it. I'll bring it.
All right.
Way to hold, way to hold.
Some ball in the dirt. And it's a 1-0 count. So 1 ball, no strikes to Grayson. Jake is on deck. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out. Nobody on. Top of the sixth. Burns trying to extend their lead. As it stands right now, it's 2-1. There's a ball in the dirt, and it's 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out. And the pitch. There's a line shot into left field. That's going to get down for a single. And Grayson is on with a 1-out single here in the top of the sixth. I would imagine we're probably going to see a pinch runner for Grayson. And Luke's going to come out and run for Grayson. So Luke gets his lead. Preston comes set and delivers. Foul ball. And it's an 0-1 count to Jake. So brings AJ on deck. AJ is singled and struck out looking. It's a fly ball down the right field line, and it is out of the reach of both the first baseman and the right fielder, and it makes it an 0-2 count. So no balls, 2 strikes to Jake. 1 out, 1 on. A 1-run lead for the Burn here in the sixth. And Preston comes set and delivers the 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3. And that's 2 outs. So 2 down. AJ steps in. And that'll bring Evan out on deck. Luke remains down at first base. He's pinch running for Grayson, who singled into left field. And then there goes Luke. Ball outside, throw down, and Luke is safe. So 1-0 count to AJ. Burn now have a runner in scoring position. And the pitch. It's a line shot back up the middle. That's through for a single. Center fielder has it. They're holding Luke at third. And we have runners on first and third with 2 outs for the Burn. So that brings Evan to the plate. Evan single, drove in the second RBI of the game, and struck out his last time up. And that'll bring Reed on deck. So runners on first and third. If I was a betting man, I would say that AJ is going to steal second here on the pitch, and there he goes. Ball in the dirt, gets away, and here comes Luke to the plate, and he is out. Nice play by the catcher and pitcher to come in and get Luke coming into the plate. All right, so no runs, one hit. One hit. And, 2 hits that time. 2. My bad, folks. No errors. And 1 left on base. And at the end of 5.5, it's the Burn 2, Phenoms 1. Evan is taking the mound. Grayson is still behind the plate. Coming up is going to be Donnie, McLean, and Jacob. Donnie flew out to the pitcher. McLean struck out, and Jacob reached on an error by the shortstop. This is Doc, the Tampa USSSA Sports Network. We'll be right back.
How do I get to the website again? So you can either Google Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. That's for the YouTube channel, and then for Facebook, if you're on Facebook, type the same thing in. I just wanted to get it. Actually, I didn't want to interrupt you. I switched phones, so I lost the login information. So I'll put you back. So. All right. Yeah. Appreciate that. I want your professional opinion. I mean, you can't.
All right, D, you gotta hold here.
No, absolutely.
All right, so here we go with the bottom of the 6th. Unless the Phenoms score here and tie the game. There's a single in the center field. Donnie's on with a leadoff single. And the Phenoms are in business here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So coming in to run is going to be, I'm trying to get a bead on the number of the player, and I can't see him right now. It looks like number 10. So coming in to run for it's a ball inside, and it's a 1-0 count. So Cooper is running. He was the last batted out, so Cooper's running. All right, so there goes Cooper. Throw down, and Cooper is safe. So ball 2 to McLean. So tying runs in scoring position, nobody out. McLean has 2 balls on him. Jacob's on deck. So McLean struck out his last time up, and Jacob reached on an error by the shortstop. And pitch. There goes a foul ball on the bunt attempt. So 2-1. Cooper took off for third base. And he'll go back to second. There's nobody out. Phenoms are either trying to end it with 2 runs here or at least extend it into a 7th inning. All right, so here comes the 2-1. Nope, Evan goes to second base. He throws it into the center field. Center fielder's there quickly to back it up and prevents the runner from moving. All right, here's the 2-1. Showed bunt again, called strike, and it's 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Cooper's at second after the single from Donnie. Cooper went into pinch run for Donnie. McLean's at the plate. Jacob is on deck. And here is the 2-2. Ball on the inside, throw down. That goes into left field. The tying run will come in, and it is a 2-2 ball game. So we'll charge an error to the catcher on that one. All right, so that makes it, I believe, a full count to McLean. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, still nobody out. Tie ball game. And here's the pitch. Ball in the dirt, and McLean is on with a walk. So the go-ahead run is approach first base. Coach is calling timeout to go out and talk to his pitcher. And we'll take a quick break here. This is Doc, the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. All right, so I had a quick pitching change there. There's a ball high. So Chase is now in there pitching for the burn. So it's a 1-0 count to Jacob. McLean's down at first base. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Bottom of the 6th, tie ball game. Time by the batter. There's a ball outside, gets past the catcher. That allows McLean to go to second base. And it's a 2-1 count with another runner, the go-ahead run at second base. Still nobody out. So 2 balls, 1 strike. And Chase checks the runner. McLean's back safely. And the pit, nope. Chase checks the runner again, trying to keep him close to second base. And the pitch. Ball outside. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Again, still nobody out. 1 on, 1 run across. It's a tie ball game here in the bottom of the inning. Ball 4, and Jacob is on. So runners on first and second with no outs. That brings Harper back to the plate. Harper struck out his first time up and grounded out to third base. The go-ahead run, or the winning run, is now at third base as McLean stole third. So I believe he's just a short 70 feet away. Infield pulls in, and here's the pitch. Ball outside. So 1 ball, no strikes. All right, the Jacob still second. 1 ball on Harper. And here's the 1-0. Ball high. And it's 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes.
Just get the batter. Do your thing, buddy.
Nobody out. 2 on. And here comes the 2-0. Called strike on the outside corner, and it's 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. It's a tie ball game, 2-2. The winning run is at third. That is McLean, and Jacob is out on second. And here's the 2-1 pitch from Chase. Ball 3. So on deck is Hudson. Hudson has walked and popped out to left field. And here comes the 3-1 pitch. Ball 4. And Chase has issued 2 walks. So bases are now loaded. Coach calls timeout to go out and settle his pitcher down. Again, there's still nobody out. The bases are loaded. The infield's in. So anything gets past the infield or a walk here would end this game. And it's been a really good game today, and it's one of those. All right, so here we go. Hudson steps in. Eli's on deck. Eli singled and grounded out to short. Hudson has scored on the walk in the first inning and popped out to left field. And there's the first pitch. Ball inside. So 1 ball, no strikes. Bases loaded, nobody out. Winning run is at third. And here's the pitch. Ball 2. So 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes. Bottom of 6. It's a tie ball game. Chase gets his sign. He comes set and delivers. There's a called strike, and it's 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Hudson. Nobody out. Bases loaded. Tie ball game. Like I said, the winning run is down at third base. And the pitch. Called strike 2. And it's 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is 1 out. So 1 down. Eli steps in. Bases loaded. 1 out now. And here's the first pitch from Chase. Ball just a little bit up and outside. And it's a 1-0 count to Eli. Kale's on deck. Kale has grounded out to short and got an RBI, and he doubled his last time up. So this is batter 3 and 4 in the lineup for the Phenoms. And the pitch. Foul ball. And it's a 1-1 count. So 1 ball, 1 strike. So the scenarios here is that if it's hit up the middle, they will go for a double play to end the inning. Hit on the corners, though either they have to come home with it because there's only 1 out. And the pitch. Ball just off the plate, and it's 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Bases loaded. Winning run at third. And here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes on Eli. 1 out. And the pitch. Ball 3. So now it's a full count. So bases loaded, 1 out. Chase has nowhere to put Eli. And here's the payoff pitch. Foul ball. And Eli hangs tough. So we'll do 3-2 over again. It's going to come down to this 1 pitch. And here is the big payoff pitch. Foul ball. So Eli's hanging in there. Eli's not letting anything sneak by. And here is the payoff pitch again. Ground ball back up the middle. That's going to get through, and the ball game is over. So a walk-off single by Eli ends the game. And what a great game it was. 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors committed, and 3 left on base. But that's okay, because the Phenoms do pull it out in a barn burner here, 3-2. Coming up next, you're going to see the Tampa Heat versus the Clubhouse National. This is Doc, the Tampa Bay USSSA Sports Network. Thanks for joining us here for this broadcast. And stick around for more action of Youth 12U baseball.